I am so glad you are here. My name is Brenda Whitford. I'm the pastor here at the River of Life. And here at the River of Life, we love music. Yay. We love music, and we are so glad, bad word, to host Pentissimo, who will be putting on a fabulous concert for us tonight. They're also going to be here tomorrow. They'll be playing with our choir for our cantata at 9:30 in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We had a rehearsal today. It was beautiful. And so I am so grateful to welcome you to this wonderful concert. At some point during the concert, we will have a guest from Project 1649, and I don't have a name. Cheryl Hooker will be here. Well, she is here. And she will be telling us about all the wonderful things that organization does. We have a basket out here to the right as you exit, and should you choose to put 5s or 10s or 20s or 100s in that basket, all of that money goes to 1649. And so what a beautiful night for a beautiful cause. So again, we welcome you.
you all for coming this evening and braving the cold. We appreciate your willingness to join us and share in this wonderful music we've been working on. That first piece was arranged by a British pianist and organist named Roderick Elms. And it was called A Windy Christmas, a festive cracker for a wind quintet, which featured a lot of tunes you probably recognize: Ding Dong Merrily on High, Angels from the Realms of Glory, O Come All Ye Faithful, Silent Night, I Saw Three Ships, Here We Come A-Wassailing, The Sussex Carol, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, Whence Is That Goodly Fragrance, Jingle Bells Deck the Halls, Away in a Manger, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. It was all in there. Next, we're going to play what we've called our vintage Christmas. You'll hopefully be familiar with most of these. The first is Silver Bells, which was first recorded by Bing Crosby in 1950 with Carol Richards before appearing in the film The Lemon Drop Kid with Bob Hope, 1951. We'll follow that with Let It Snow, which was written by the great Julie Stein and lyrics by Sammy Cahn. It was written during a heat wave in the summer of 1945, and Cahn and Stein were imagining cooler conditions. And our third tune in that set is The Christmas Song, written by Mel Torme, also during a blistering hot summer, in an effort to stay cool by thinking cool. He said, if you could immerse yourself in winter, you could cool off. 40 minutes after throwing out ideas of winter, Jack Frost, nipping, and Yuletide carols, the tune was written. It was first recorded by Nat King Cole in 1946, and then by many, many others in the following years.
Our next set is the Nutcracker set. The Nutcracker is an 1892 two-act classical ballet by Tchaikovsky, set on Christmas Eve at the foot of a Christmas tree, in a child's imagination, featuring a Nutcracker doll. The plot is an adaptation of Alexander Dumas' 1844 short story, The Nutcracker, itself a retelling of E.T.A. Hoffmann's 1816 short story, The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Since the late 1960s, the Nutcracker has become a holiday staple, performed as a ballet or as an instrumental suite around the world. Our miniature version will begin with the overture and then take you through an imaginary world of Christmas toys and sweets.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us to be here this evening. It's such a treat. We've been here many times, and every time we get to be with you, it's just always delightful. And what a fun thing to do, a Christmas concert here on a cool evening. Looking forward to holidays in a couple weeks. I would like to invite Ms. Cheryl Hooker to come up. And she is our representative from 1649. She is a board member for 10 years with the group, and now is an employee of 1649. Thank you so much for being here with us this evening, Cheryl.
Thank you for allowing me to be here. Just talk and the microphone will pick up my sound. Is that what I'm doing? Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much for inviting us and having us, be part of your fundraiser. This is like the best thing. Everybody's hearts are just so sweet and tender, and this is just a beautiful. And thank you for the Nutcracker. I cannot wait to go watch it now. I have an exchange student. Sorry, Ida. And she has never seen it, and I'm like, we're going to Milwaukee, we're going to watch it, and I'm just really in the mood now with you guys playing it. It's so cool. So can you tell me, with a show of hands, how many of you have heard of Project 1649 before? Oh, good, a good show of you. So do you know what 1649 stands for? Good, all right, great. So on our brochures, we typically, say that there's about 300 homeless, unaccompanied youth in Rock County. Right now, between Janesville and Beloit, there's over 700 homeless youth, okay? And that means toddlers to teens. We're only allowed to work with 14 to 17, or 14 to 24-year-olds, okay? Any younger, that's with the schools, the foster cares, and that kind of stuff. But some of our youth are become homeless because foster care folks, not all, but some will say, okay, well, you're 18, the funds have stopped, see you later. One of the youth that we worked with, he was with a foster family from the time he was 5 years old, and about 17 and a half, they said, see you later. And good news, though, he's on to becoming a lawyer in law school because of Project 1649, and he was able to come and stay with us. So other reasons that students or youth become homeless is because they're escaping hardships or trauma or repetitive abuse. And they leave to hopefully find something better, and that doesn't always work. They find something worse. I mean, a lot of our youth are human trafficked. Do you guys know what that means? Okay. Basically, sex for goods. Prostitutes, that's kind of what they are. But they are hungry, they're vulnerable, they're looking for love, so they get groomed and, led down a road to say they're going to be safe, and then next thing you know, they're not. And so a lot of our youth work with the social workers, and so that's how they're identified, the social workers in the schools or staff, that kind of stuff there, and then they get connected. We are super close with all the school social workers. In fact, a lot of them started Project 1649. Have you guys ever watched the documentary? The first time I ever watched that in 2012, I think it was heart-wrenching. All of my children were still at home at that time, and I bawled in front of all these strangers. I'm like, how? I couldn't even spit it out. Like, the horrific things, how did this young child be homeless on the streets with nobody knowing about it? How could you how could you move and say, see ya, not taking ya, I don't care if you are 15, I'm moving? What? Just awful. So, do you know what unaccompanied means? Okay, that's a lot. So right now, in between Janesville and Beloit, there's 80 unaccompanied youth. And unaccompanied means no adult, no parent, nobody to help them get through the day, that kind of stuff. They're couch surfing, they're taking shelter, and the latest documentary, you'll hear a young man say that he was, living by the river, drinking river water, eating ramen noodles, and that's, just what they do, but to survive. But because of you, fundraisers like this, bringing out awareness, we're able to help more and more, whether it's finances. We have so many Christmas bags, winter bags, and things like that we're able to put together, groceries. I don't know if you guys are familiar with food pantries, but if you've ever tried to feed yourself off of a food pantry schedule, it's really difficult. Because Tuesdays it's over here between 10 and 2, and Wednesdays it's over there, and Thursdays it's over there, and Sundays it's over here. And if you don't have a car, how do you get there? And you don't have a bus token, you ever try to take the bus, you say it's easy, but it's not. So it's really tragic. And our youth deal with trauma over and over. So like Andrew said, I have served on the board for 10 years. And now I work there. I served my last board meeting last Friday, and I was super sad. I'm like, what am I going to do? Okay, I work for you now, but... and I say all that to say, now people ask, how can I help? What can I do? And we had a youth panel in November at Craig High School. There were 6 youth that have gone through our program and are doing very well. And one asked, how can I help without having to spend money? I don't have money. How can I help? And the resounding answer was, spread the word, advocate, bring awareness to this situation, because not everybody knows about it. And foster homes might not be the key, because not every foster home is good. But you could attend one of our fundraising events. That's why I talk about that. I'm now their marketing and event coordinator, so a lot of the Facebook posts that you see, sorry, they're not perfect, but that's mine. And my coworker, Claudine, we both work part-time doing this. And so I just did a fundraiser today at Bucky's Lucky Bell. They did a meat raffle and raffle baskets. Oh my goodness. And we don't buy those. People donate them. So if you have items that you want to put together in a raffle basket or something like that, we have the lip sync battle coming up in March. We're always looking for raffle baskets there. Get together with your folks or friends, or like Lloyd's True Lloyd's Value Hardware in Janesville donated an $800 fire pit for our fundraiser today. Simmons Mattress donated a queen-size mattress. And so all of these things that are donated help us raise funds for these kinds of things. So that's some ways that you can help if you don't have a lot of cash. Call me if you want to plan a fundraiser. We'll come up with something. I'll help you. That's kind of my thing. We'll market it, that sort of thing. You can sponsor an event. We have sponsorships available. If you have a foundation, or you work at a company, or know somebody that works at a company, networking, it's not always what you know, but who you know. And so today at Simmons, I talked to the person at Simmons, and they're like, oh yeah, we donated a bed. Well, okay, and then they want to help with this event. They want to fundraise this event. And now her husband's going to be part of the lip sync battle. So these are all just ways that you can help. And then if you're on Facebook or social media, I don't judge. My dad's 86, and he's on Facebook more than I am. So if you're on there, share our posts, spread the word, follow us, and just talk about it. Have us come in. If you have other people that want to hear about us, I'll come and share, and share the word. I think in January we're going to have another youth panel at the Hedberg Public Library. So that'll be really great. A lot of our youth have gone through the program, and they're doing really great. They have wonderful jobs, they have cars, they have apartments. Some of them get reconnected with their families and have that healing that way. Some don't do so well in the program. You can't help everybody, but the starfish story, you guys have heard that? Who's not heard the starfish story? So there's a guy, 30-second starfish story. There's a guy walking down the beach, and he's throwing all these starfishes in the ocean. And it's loaded. The whole beach has millions of starfish. Somebody walks past and goes, "Psh, what are you doing? You're never going to be able to help all those starfish." And the guy bends down, picks up one, chucks it in and he goes, I'll help that one. It's just one. You know, many hands make light work, right? You've heard that before. If you're shopping at Walgreens, Walgreens has been so great for us this, like November, December. They just ask people, you want to donate this? About 3 times a week, we will stop at 2 different Walgreens and get like 3 bins full of soups, hats, mittens, toothbrush, deodorant, the whole 9 yards, the whole kit and caboodle. And so all of you coming together, I'm not from Janesville area, I'm from Michigan, and I've been here 20 years, so I'm really not from here. But anyways, I love this community, and since I've gotten more involved with Project 1649, I've seen the good in our community. You guys love and you care and you want to give so much, and so I'll be here after. I can help answer questions if you want. I'm sure I missed some things, but anyways, maybe no I didn't. Anyways, I just thank you so much for all your help. If you follow us on Facebook, spread the word out that way. Invite us to come and share some more information with your friends. We're happy to do that because, we can, everybody in this room, you can just say, who could do that to a child? Who could do that? Just, ugh. So thank you so much for your time. I love your music. This is so beautiful. I said to Ida, can't wait to see a Christmas concert. It's good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cheryl, thank you so much for being here with us, and we're so glad we can help support your fine work that you're doing. If we were going to do a Google search to find you, what would be the best way?
Project 1649.
Okay, Project 1649. Thanks very much. For our next set, we're going to turn to Charlie Brown. So you might have seen Charlie Brown Christmas once or twice. It premiered in 1965. Of course, it's an animated television special on CBS, back when they were doing that kind of thing. It's the first TV special based on the comic strip of Peanuts, which of course was created by Charles Schulz. And the program's soundtrack featured a jazz piano score by Vince Guaraldi. So tonight we'll be playing the iconic Peanuts theme, Linus and Lucy, and then we'll follow that up with Christmas Time is Here, and we'll finish with Skating. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Hello. Hi. So our next set of tunes is really cool. It's called Shepherd's Christmas Music. And these are like, I think, kind of the most like innovative of the tunes that we're playing, because these are sort of reimaginings for woodwind quintet of 5 pieces that all feature shepherds in some. Oh, I lied. 6. I'm sorry. I'm a liar. 6. My bad. And so I just want to kind of tell you just a little bit about each one so that you can kind of remember them, perhaps. So Patapan is a French carol from Burgundy region of France, which is where my family immigrated from a very long time ago. And the words of this go that the drum goes pata pata pan and the flute goes tooraloo. So you'll hear sort of this fluting and drumming kind of passing around the group. The next tune is called Foom, Foom, Foom. And this could actually, the word foom could mean to play upon a fiddle or a guitar. And so you kind of hear this sort of guitar outdoors, again, sort of shepherds playing in a field. The Coventry Carol has kind of a depressing text, but the story is from chapter 2 of St. Matthew's Gospel, and it is still part of the Christmas story, and it features the Gospel referring to the massacre of the innocents by King Herod the Great. And so it's kind of this minor, weird, creepy mode, so you get kind of a little spooky, a little scary Christmas. The next movement is called Noël Novelet. I think most of us know this as Sing We Now of Christmas. It's a French carol, again, angels announcing the birth of Christ to shepherds. Silent Night needs no introduction, tune by Franz Gruber, written in 1818 when the organ at the church stopped working. And so they had to improvise on Christmas Eve and come up with a way to have music for Christmas Eve with guitar and voices alone, only. The other one, the last tune, sorry, that is the last one, is Il est né le divin enfant, pardon my French. Again, another 1800s, I know, I don't speak French. Again, another one made popular in the 1800s. We know this now as He is Born, the Divine Christ Child. And again, another sort of angels heralding to the shepherds. So all of these have the theme of announcing the good news to the first people to hear of Christ's birth. Okay, and now for a little bit more of some jazzy tunes. We are going to play 3 tunes. They're sort of in a jazz style. The Christmas Waltz was written by Sammy Kahn and Jewel Stein for Frank Sinatra in 1954, who wanted to sing a song for the B-side of his recording of White Christmas. So this is a B-side. But it's still pretty good for a B-side. There's this really cute story where Kahn asked Stein, "Hey, Jewel, has there ever been a Christmas waltz?" And he said, "No." So I said, "Play that waltz of yours." And he did. So, I don't know. It seems very New York to me. Our second tune is going to be Baby, It's Cold Outside. That was written by... Oh, I lied. I'm out of order. See, I'm just... Don't ever trust a horn player. Okay. Tim knows. Okay. Our second tune is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, from the animated special Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The lyrics were written by Theodore Geisel, or Dr. Seuss. The music was composed by Albert Haig. The song was performed by Thurl Ravenscroft. Even though Ravenscroft did the tune, it's mistakenly attributed to Boris Karloff, who is actually the person who narrated the entire animated series, but he did not sing it. Our last tune is Baby, It's Cold Outside, which was written by Frank Loesser to sing with his wife, Lynn Garland, at their home when they would have holiday parties. And it actually is really funny because this was the tune that told everyone it was time to go away. It was time to go home, right? And so they started getting invited to a lot of Christmas parties because people wanted them to sing that at the end to get people to leave. So don't leave after we play the tune. We have one more tune for you, but here is our little jazz set with Christmas Waltz, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and Baby, It's Cold Outside.
they all know I don't like to talk. I want to thank you all for coming tonight, for braving the cold, to support Project 1649. We hope to see you all again tomorrow for the Christmas cantata when we join forces with Lois and with David and our fabulous choir. But for now, we're going to close out with our final piece, a Christmas classic, Sleigh Ride.
One more.